Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, Digital Chaser, and in today's video, I have a special announcement. Today, I'm going to be releasing a Unreal Engine 5 plugin that is going to allow for you to do documentation and whatever else. So I'm going to go over it, and then later on, I'll show you how to install it. For right now, it is currently going to be waiting to be on Fab, but we're going to try our best to get it on Fab. So by the time this video releases, it's going to be probably already on Fab. So once you, so you're in your level, and let's say you want to open it. So you can go to appear to Windows and you go to Project Docs, or you can click this little button right here, and it would open up quite nicely. Now I have an example project. You can import PDC OC files, so you can import them, or you can actually export them out and put them as a documentation file for whoever or whatever you're using it for. You can so I'm going to select on this one. So just for an example, we have an example project documentation, and if I click up here to where it says all tags, I can change and sort by tags. So we could sort by tags. Like for example, we have general, mechanics, landscape, level design, storyboard, and these are the default tags. Going to be right here in between all and storyboard. These are the ones that I have personally added. So you can add your own tags by going right here and typing in, let's just say, we'll call a tag digital, right? For example, I want to call this tag digital, and I want to go ahead and click inject tag. And what it will do is it will automatically create a tag digital. And then you can actually go and you can actually select it. And voila, we have a digital tag. So you can actually create your own tags. For an example, you can change your color of your background. So if we select this, we can move this around. And if it's not working the right away, you just want to pull this tab up. And you know how a color palette normally works. That's how this actually works. Just like a color palette you would see in Unreal Engine. And you can actually save, like, let's say if you have a particular one that you like, you can save it just like so, and it will save down here at the bottom. Okay, another neat feature is we have a special teleport area. So let's say if we just dock this over to the side for now. So let's go and let's make a certain area. So, okay, let's go right here. I want this area here specifically to be set as a waypoint. So where if I get lost, I can, let's say if I go way out here and, oh man, I wonder where's this particular item at? I can click here and it'll take me directly to that location, and then we can move and do whatever we need to do. And then we also have this new feature called where we can actually place an actor into here. So if I just open up this, we can actually open up that particular actor that we have selected. And the way you get this is you need to go copy the reference. So for example, I'm going to just say this level, right? I'm actually going to show y'all how to do this separately so y'all can follow along and y'all can create a full documentation. But just for an example, you can do that. And then you have this right here, so you can check off different tasks that you have created and whether or not it's completed. And it actually kind of gives you like a little green thing when you complete the task. You can actually take a viewport picture, which then actually makes an image pop up down here. And you can actually click on the image to make it bigger or to be able to see it. Another neat feature is if you typing in something like that, it will just be white as regular. But then you have the hashtag, which is blue. The forward gator, I like to call it, is the green. And then the red is like if you're doing like bug testing or whatever it may be. Now, this is a very, very nice plugin. It also comes with a autosave feature. So let's say if you do something and you're like, oh man, I just wrote a 2000 line documentation. Well, it actually will automatically save every 5 seconds, I believe. Or no, every 20 seconds or something like that. So it will save. You can actually delete by clicking the purge log, and it will delete the whole entire log. So no longer be in your database. You can export. So if I want to export this out, we can export this as example. And I'm actually going to leave the example down in the links, so y'all can go and download this particular example project. So y'all can download this right here, the actual like template I'm using. And then you can, there actually is this thing called commit data bank that will go ahead and automatically save it. But it automatically saves, but that right there is just in case you want to save it right there and then. All right, so that's pretty much the base of the system. It's a very, very nice system I've created. So let's actually show y'all how to actually implement it. So like, for example, I'm actually going to create one. So we're going to, so right up top here, we have a thing called import PDOC file. And then we have initialize new log. So if we want to create a new log, all we do is click here and it will automatically create a new log. So for example, this right here, the new log section is our name. So we call it digital chasers maps. Okay. And I'm actually going to put this in the digital chaser category that I created earlier, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove that so y'all could see it working. So as you can tell, it works. And I'm going to create a digital chasers map for the tag. So we're going to go and create that tag. And if we come over to the side, we can actually select that tag and commit the changes. Commit to databank. So databank, as we committed it, we could have waited till it saved, but we actually went ahead and committed it. So now that we committed it to the data bank, it's automatically going to show up over here. And if we go back up to all tags, it will show up to all tags, but then we can actually select our certain tag and it shows up right there quite nicely. Okay, so now that we have that, we can actually change the color. So I'm going to just change the color to a blue. Okay, and then we can actually click this little button here, and that will just set the actual location of wherever we want to be. So we can go way over here and we go back right here to our specific location that we are working on. Now, let's say you want to reference a level or a map. So all you need to do, you can reference pretty much anything into this reference here. So we can reference even this first person material instance. So we need to copy the reference, go to here, click paste and add a new one. And then this will go ahead and automatically open. Now, as far as levels, it will go ahead and if you do this and you click add, it will go ahead and actually open up that level specifically. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show this off here. So I'm going to create a new level. Oops, no. Level. We're going to go inside. Okay, so I'm inside this new level. So let's say if I want to go back to Digital Chasers Maps, all I have to do is click open level and it will open the level automatically. And when it opens the level, you can basically do whatever you want. You can actually go to teleport. And then let's say you want to create a couple tasks. So we'll create just a couple tasks. We'll go ahead and check mark some of them. You can actually add, let's just say map or whatever you want to put there. You can actually put your whatever you want. And when you keep adding new tags, it will decrease it because you're actually needing to check them off to get that final reward. Okay, you can actually take a picture within your viewport instead of having to browse for a file. So you can actually browse on your system for any picture. So let's say if we go to pictures, or actually let's go to downloads, and we can actually show off the actual image that we have in our files. So you can actually upload a local file, or you can actually click this capture viewport. It's a little slow, so capture viewport, sometimes you have to click it once or twice, and then you can actually click on the actual image that you've created. Okay, so then we have this text. So for example, I'm just going to copy the name of this and I'm going to paste it a couple times down here. So I'm just going to make some space and I'm going to show off this. So let's say you write a full report. So minus space equals red. It equals red. And then if you do greater than, it would be green. And then if you do a hashtag space, it would be cyan blue. So these are the 3 different colors that you can do with text. So you could do like a bug, a bugs section, or whatever it may be, or a even a added section. So you could do still sections like that, but once you go off of that, it's just going to go back to regular text. So that's something that you can do, and then you can commit changes if you like, but changes will automatically update. So that's basically the base of this system. It is a very, very nice system to actually have inside your Unreal Engine. You can dock it wherever you want to dock it. So like, for example, I could have it wherever I wanted within my level. This will be available on Fab, so you can download it, go and actually check it out. It is a very, very nice system, as I have created. Now, one thing to do if you want to open up somebody's, if somebody creates a documentation, and let's say they export it, right? So I want to export this documentation that I have made for Digital Chasers maps. If I want to copy the name of this, which will automatically have a name for it, and we come down here and we do export PDOC, we click export, it will automatically pull the name of the file, and then all you need to do is just click save and go and find your location of where you saved it. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete this particular one in my Digital Chasers maps. Now we no longer have that, but we do have Digital Chasers tag still, and you can actually go and actually remove that. So how do we import? So to import, all you do is click import, find the location of where you saved it, which I have saved it in my downloads, and it's right here. So I'm actually going to open this up, and it automatically has every single thing you have done, the task, the images, the text. It automatically saves it and keeps it in its files. And don't worry, if you do close this tab, it will automatically still have everything you need. It is a very, very powerful thing I created, and it works for Unreal Engine 5.7 and above. And I'm pretty sure you might can use some older versions, but I would probably stick within the Unreal Engine 5 area, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know, it may still work with older versions. I have not tested it, but I do know it works for Unreal Engine 5.7 and above. So yeah, if you want to come check it out, it's going to be on the Fab Marketplace, probably when this video releases. Come and check it out. It is a very amazing plugin. I'm your host, Digital Chaser. Stay frosty, everyone. Keep it frost.